Today we're returning the blade pack that I had actually carried back with me from South Korea, and we've done several modifications to it so that you can actually get increased length to the blade itself. So we've done several modifications, and the intentions of this video is to show you these modifications. We do not think that you're gonna be needing these modifications anytime soon, because we think that the fix to getting the 1mm is actually taking the pins from the side of the main pack and replacing it with these shorter pins. What that does, it allows the blade itself to actually get closer into the roller, so that you can actually get that 1mm thickness. So you will be supplied with two shorter pins. We ask that you take it out first and foremost, the longer pins. It's literally to pick them out from the sides and replace it with these two longer pins, two shorter pins. We're also gonna send an additional linkage pin to you. This is in addition. You already have one, but you know, when I was over in South Korea, we saw that you might be in need of one pretty shortly. So I'm gonna disassemble the blade pack and show you the new modifications. So as usual, we'll go back in and take off the case from the blade pack itself. And that's done with the two screws. And we'll take off, and you will see the familiar blade pack. Now, nothing on the outside actually looks different, but we have added an insert so that on the inside of this, the blade clamps, so that we can actually extend the blades out to 2mm. So I'll be taking the blades out at this point and showing you what we've actually done. There are actually, if you can remember, there are actually 3 screws that holds the top blade clamp in. Here are the 3 screws. There's one I already took out. Here's the 3rd screw right here. And once you do that, the blade clamp, the top blade clamp, actually will be able to actually just slide off. Now, if you also notice, we'll take off the edges of the blade clamp. And you'll notice that underneath now, it's a little bit different. What we've done is to put in an insert that can be adjusted to move the clamps in and out. And these are the new inserts that we've actually put in. They're a right insert, there's a middle insert, and there's a left insert. So to adjust, you know, we hope that you'll never have to adjust, but if you notice, number one is that we do have some visual aids, which you'll notice there are 2 marks in here, and this mark is for 2 millimeters. So we can actually adjust the blade pack out there. So there's a visual mark here, there's a visual mark here, a visual mark here, and there's a visual mark here. And so, for instance, we needed to, for any reason, we needed to adjust the blade forward. What we end up doing is actually getting one of your Allen wrenches, and there are 2 more screws. If you notice, you just loosen them up. And once you loosen it up, you can actually see that the clamps of the blade can move forward and backward. And this is what actually pushes the blade back and forth. Say for instance, we determined that we needed to move the blade 2 millimeters forward. We can actually look at your notches and move it completely from one end all the way to the other end, and line the lines up together. If we wanted to move 1 millimeter, you put it in the middle, and we can line it up from there. So I'm gonna leave it at the 1 millimeter mark. We tighten. And we do the exact same thing on the outer ones. We're gonna just shift these outer clamps a little bit right in the middle. Tighten up again. Do the same thing over on this side. As I said, we do not think that you'll need to do this, but this gives you an additional way of actually adjusting your blades, and it gives you like a fine tuning of the thickness that you're actually cutting off. So afterwards, we can literally put on back our blades the exact same way like how we normally end up doing. Start doing it without the blade on. We can slide the blade through. Just in general, we want to make sure that you actually have a little bit of space so that the blade can then go in quite easily. The idea is to make sure that this is as loose as possible. The heads on the counterbore is very loose, so you can actually put the blade in between until it actually stops, and tighten. Tighten, tighten, and tighten. The idea is that this should still be loose with the blades on. If you notice, the blade edge is now up against the blade itself, so it's literally time to actually put on the top caps on it. And again, to what the top cap does is actually, that's where it actually moves the blade back and forth. So you want to make sure that this is good and tight. So now that you have tightened it, you should be able to see the blade move back and forth, and you're ready to actually install the links inside the link pin as per usual. Don't forget to put the blade guard back on. If you notice, you still have your 2 screws, and don't forget to put the blade guards back on, and you're ready to actually slide the blade pack in, put the link pin back in, and you're at that point you're ready to start doing some skin splitting at this point. We're always available by Zoom. If you have any problems or anything like that, you are always available by Zoom. So if you have any questions, just give us a call. 352-373-8486. Thank you.